All right. So welcome to morning, very early morning coffee. I don't know if I want to make this a full blown tack chat or not. Sometimes when you have a good dream and you're actually awoken by a good dream early in the morning, uh, instead of staying awake in terror, you stay awake because it was a good dream. Uh, so I might make this we'll find out. I might make it a tack chat or I might just make it just a Monday morning, very early morning coffee thing. It's still dark out. I I went and seen finally. I went and seen the movie Thor: Love and Thunder, and I say finally went and seen the movie Thor: Love and Thunder because it's already the 12th of the month, and that movie premiered around here on the evening of the 7th. Everyone knows me around here. All my friends know me as a real comic book buff or comic book geek or whatever, and it's no secret that Thor is definitely my favorite hero, and for many reasons in the comic books. MCU universe has, I think, done him justice, which is kind of cool. And I don't want to, go from serious topics that I sometimes talk about with natural law and, slavery that's happening in the world to all of a sudden becoming the Siskel and Ebert. And if anyone, like the older people watching this will know who I'm talking about, the movie critics from the 80s. But what I've learned is anytime critics start really giving bad reviews on a movie, you probably need to go see it. And I originally didn't want to go see it because I didn't want to see them slaughter a beloved character with social engineering. And that's what I was really, really afraid they were going to do with this movie. And I say this because, you know, if life's going to be worth living, sometimes you have to be a little more lighthearted. What are we even doing this for if we don't want to live and enjoy life, right? So I went and seen the movie and was very, very pleasantly surprised. Natalie Portman nailed uh, Jane Foster's character for female Thor. I read that whole series. Nailed it. So there could be some spoilers in this. I just want to warn you. I'm gonna really try hard not to give out any spoilers. But I'm hearing it's getting, land blasted, and I almost didn't want to go see it, so I started seeing how land blasted it was getting. And I got to tell you, it was a lighthearted, good movie with a lot of good messages in it. Without giving anything, at the very end of the movie, um, uh, something that I had learned about 5 years ago and had to remember I've had to remember several times over the last 5 years, and just like a week or two ago, I really had to remember something that I already knew. It wasn't like I had to relearn it; I just needed to remember. And this movie really touches on it at the end. It was a very, I mean, almost to the point, like for me personally, almost like a tearjerker, but not in a bad way. It was like really wow. I mean, the message in this movie is very good. Uh, it's none of the social engineering I thought it was going to be, at least not as bad, I should say. Lighthearted movie, but man, you see some reports that say, hey, it's the best opening box office weekend since, it beat, Ragnarok back in 2017. Uh, I got to say, from what I've seen in the movie, I shouldn't say the movie, but what I've seen from all these bad reviews of the movies because they don't want you to go see it. So if there's anything going on out there with social engineering, it's them telling you don't go see the movie because if you go see the movie, I can guarantee you at the end of the movie you're gonna know what this is what Dan was talking about. The main message in the movie is beautiful, and how they did it was awesome. So I'm very pleasantly surprised. I almost was going to just not see this movie and just hope they make Thor fighting the world serpent movie in the next couple of years, which I think what's coming down the pike won't be that one, which is cool. Um, but yeah, I've obviously always, for people who know me, especially people I grew up with, which is probably one of the funny dreams I had. I've always identified with the character of Thor. For as mighty as he is, he has a lot of vulnerability. And at one point in the MCU universe, actually, I think really nailed it on the head. He had shame to deal with. And how does this mighty God have shame to deal with, and how do you make the comeback from that? Which is very synchronistic to what I've had to go through and what I talked about in my book Rise from Darkness. So I actually it helped me unblock writer's block because I just started my third book, and so it was kind of cool. I would just say go see the movie, and this is probably not going to be a full blown instructional like tack chat or interview with anybody, and I'm not going to be doing coffee shows every single morning. But man, go see Love and Thunder. I'm telling you, I had my doubts. I didn't want to. I really did. Go see the movie. Anytime critics are telling you not to, it's because um, they don't. There's a message in it they don't want you to see. Okay, it's not all the social engineering that I was being negative about and was afraid that it was going to be. I was so pleasantly surprised, almost shocked by how awesome the movie was and what that main message is at the end of that movie is, man, that's the message. I mean, that is the fucking message at the end of that movie. They nailed it. So, yeah, I'm not sure if Disney owns the Marvel comic universe or whatnot. Last I heard, I think they do own some of it. I'm not sure. Maybe they don't. At any rate, somebody got through, and uh, there might be some woo-woo stuff here or there in it, and there might be some things in it that the social engineers might have tried to do, but it was overshadowed by the action, the fighting, which wasn't gory or anything. It was great action scenes, uh, great color, which is something I was worried about too. All the blue and yellow that's in it, but then I look back at comic books, and Thor's always had a lot of. I got a thing on the wall: blue, yellow, red. Um, that's I'm not going to ascribe any type of a conspiracy to that. But yeah, go see the movie, man. It's got a really good message in it. If you're a fan of any of the comic books, they're doing a good job with those movies. They have not let me down so far with too many too many of the movies. Definitely not the Thor ones. Uh, not as dark as how Endgame and things were with Thor, but it did show how mighty the character is. And again, Jane Foster's version of Thor, she nailed it. If you read the comic books in every aspect, it was nailed. They did a good job on it. I can't say enough. The message in it is fucking awesome. Go see the movie, and I'm up early, so I'll probably start writing on my book. Writer's block got lift yesterday, so anyways, to my next morning rant, if that's what you want to call this, man. Peace out. Love everybody. Stay safe.